Thank you for listening to this audiobook. This is The Heir and the Storm, written by Katheryn Rosseau and narrated by Google Play auto-narrated voice, Michelle. Audio copyright 2025, published by Katheryn Rosseau. Prologue. Domenico Perazzo. Maybe I was dead. And not that I had died before, but the sensation was very similar to what I thought death was. Despair taking over my body, that cold and suffocating silence tearing my soul apart until I found myself immersed in a darkness that I knew so well. With each beat of my heart, the air became heavier, almost as if it were going to be extinguished. I felt the blood drain from my face, panic swallowing all my oxygen. The feeling of despair grew exponentially, and like a spark, fear spread, consuming every one of my organs. No, I wasn't going through that again. I wouldn't survive having another part of me ripped out like that. I think I would prefer death. Chapter 1. Domenico Perazzo. Life is nothing more than a blank canvas on which each person paints their own picture, but in mine all I saw was a big stain of shit. I couldn't understand why I was getting tripped up after tripped up, but it wasn't my fault. It didn't make any sense. I always took advantage of my opportunities. I was responsible even as a child. I didn't give my parents any trouble. I didn't get into fights. I never even put Shusha's record on backwards, damn it. I worked from an early age, graduated with excellence, had a respected position, and left many women satisfied along the way. In other words, I was living the best life possible, thank you. And how was I rewarded for doing my part to contribute to a better society? With a fucking car splashing water from a puddle all over my brand new Italian suit. And the cherry on top, right on the day I was returning to work. I hadn't even had a cup of coffee yet, hell. So it was hard to understand why the universe insisted on making my journey on Earth a torture. As I said, I was always an exemplary son, and unlike my brother, I knew my responsibilities as a Perazzo. My family name was very important in Rio de Janeiro, especially within the Golden Circle, a society of elite families respected in the country and strengthened by many long-standing connections and traditions. For years, I felt grateful to be part of such a prestigious lineage, and I worked hard to live up to the title we held, to prove my worth and to show that, yes, I was fit for the position. And while my mindset was not as narrow as my father's, I understood my place and what I needed to do for my name.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?